So this week is our very first week boondocking. We are on Lake Mead. We found a really nice spot here right on the water. We went just down the road, about 10 miles is Echo Bay Campground, and that's where we filled up our water tank. So this is where we can dump. And then over here they have fresh water. And even though this campground is closed right now, you can still access this roundabout, which is awesome. We don't actually know if our tank is full or not. Our tank sensors haven't been working that great, so it does say that it's full, but we don't think it is because when we use like a flow meter on our hose, so we know how much we're putting into our camper, and it said that we only put 66 gallons in, but we have a 91-gallon tank, so kind of questionable, but I guess we'll find out when we run out of water. It is so quiet out here. It's so nice. We only have a couple neighbors. Over there's a couple. There's some way through there, but a lot of them actually left today. And then we have another neighbor over there. But the sound really carries because it's just so quiet here and everything just kind of echoes. But super pretty spot. We'll definitely have to back out of our spot. Cannot drive out. Definitely would get stuck in this. So besides that, perfect spot. Our site was a little uneven, so we did use blocks on one side. We did use some pieces of wood and then our Anderson leveling blocks. This definitely helped a ton with getting our rig level. And then our stairs, we also had to use some blocks underneath just to make sure those are level. And you know, sand is kind of hard to make sure everything's level in, so these are really great. We do have a fire pit here, but we do not have any firewood with us, so no fires, but it would be so nice to have one here. The other day I did pull out our big carpet and our chairs and our table, and we were hoping to grill burgers outside, but what I feared was going to happen did happen. There was a wind warning here with gusts up to 45 miles an hour, so we ended up bringing all of that in. We haven't been sitting outside too much, but it is like mid-50s here, which is much nicer than back in New England. Thankfully, our nose is to the north, and most of the winds at Lake Mead seem to be coming from the north, so it was shaking the camper quite a bit, more so than we've experienced in other places. So that was a little bit nerve-wracking, but it was totally fine. What are we doing?
We're tilting our panels because we're down to 50% because it's been cloudy for 2 days, so we need to make sure we don't run out of power.
It's too early and it's too cold for this. But the sunrise is pretty. It's actually a really pretty sunrise. Is it worth getting up here though? I don't know.
Alright, first solar test here with the tilted panels. So these 5 panels that are lifted up right now, when they are laying flat, they were actually only producing about 180 to 200 watts. As soon as I lifted these up, it's about 3 o'clock here in the afternoon. They're now producing 550 watts. So laying them flat versus having them tilted up at an angle like this, I just kind of picked a random angle, just first test, wanted to see what would happen, and it was more than double the output. So tilting does make a difference. So we just finished up work and we are headed to the Redstone path.
It's about 20 minutes away, but it's going to take us a while to get out of the Lake Mead boondocking area because the roads are a little rough. Brad and I are having a debate, and we heard somewhere that girls can see color better than guys, and this looks like super colorful to me. Brad says it just looks like brown, but I see like there's oranges and greens and like purples and pinks.
I see the orange. I don't really see a whole lot of pink, and I definitely don't see green. It looks more gray.
I mean, that's a green hill over there.
Well, it's not. It's like a grayish brownish.
I think it's green. Arrived at Redstone. There's a few people here, but not too bad. It's go see some redstone.
The darkest ridge is a highly eroded interior wall of a volcano that erupted about 12 million years ago.
That's that one. That's that one.
The gray ridge consists of limestone
That one.
formed when a sea covered this region. The limestone surrounds an exposed segment of red Aztec sandstone.
It's pretty.
That's pretty. It's super accessible. It's right off the highway. And look at all this cool sandstone behind us.
And pretty
All
views
these
out there.
structures. They call them like little apartments inside of all these, and you can go around and explore. So it's just a half-mile loop, easy walk. It's pretty flat, gradual. So yeah, definitely must see. And CeLynn is slower than molasses today. Tell them why.
I did legs with our new dumbbells for the first time yesterday.
Yeah?
After not working out in months.
So there you have it. That's why she's super slow.
So we just finished up at Redstone, which was really cool. We did probably like a mile of walking and exploring, but it was neat. And now we're going to hit up Roger Springs and
Blue Springs?
Blue Springs, I think.
And palm trees.
Yeah, there's just like random palm trees in the middle of nowhere. What's in the water?
You're gonna be with my butt.
I think we can see our camper from here. So these are the random palm trees we saw that piqued our interest. I don't know if we're gonna find a parking spot. It's really busy. Don't leave your goldfish in the pond. Right, Brad? No fish.
Right.
It's actually like very well manicured and very nice. There's a cave up there, but we're feeling too lazy to hike up to it. It's actually really pretty. But don't get in it. There's amoebas in it.
So the amoeba doesn't go up your butt, it goes up your nose.
Your nose, yeah.
Your nose, yeah. The amoeba doesn't go up other places. It's just your nose. Don't dunk your head underwater.
Don't go swimming in it in general. And this is Blue Springs.
Blue Point.
Blue Point Spring. From here you can actually see Valley of Fire in the distance. Stewart's Point is super close to it, but we're going to be heading to it a little later, so we're not doing it on this trip. But if you're camping here, you might as well go over there. The water on this one's not so apparent. Lots of donkey poop, though. Or burro poop. I think this one's much less appealing than the other one. We found the water, though.
So it might start all the way up there and go down into here.
Makes sense. And it keeps these palm trees alive. It's gotta be something more than what we were looking at. Look at Valley of Fire over there. Ooh.
Burning.
I think this is it.
I think it's up a little further.
Oh, okay. We'll go up further.
This is a stream gauging station.
Oh, yes.
Geological survey.
I'm a bit underwhelmed after seeing the other one first. I think we should have done them in reverse order. You tell the findings.
Very underwhelming.
Yeah. This one wasn't as cool. If you're only gonna stop at one, do Roger Springs. But since we're right here, we did both. Yeah. There's donkeys! My day's made! What a beautiful night. The sunsets here have been really great. So we are just about ready to hit the road. All packed up.
We're wrapping up a week of boondocking. It's our first time, so we want to know how much water we have left, so we know for future reference how much water we can use throughout the week. Got a 5-gallon bucket back here. We're just going to empty our freshwater tank, see how many times we fill it up, and then we'll know how much we have left.
And we're gonna put it in the black tank.
And then we're going to put it in the black tank so that it can slosh around while we travel until we go dump it. Ready?
Yep.
first 5 gallons. Down the hatch she goes. 10, 15, 20 gallons, 25. This feels like such a waste of water, but
We had so much more water than we
hope
thought.
save water in the future.
Yeah. So now we know we were being ultra conservative and we had plenty of water. So we can take a little bit longer showers and do more dishes.
30.
This is also telling us we think that our flow meter wasn't working, and we probably did have 90 gallons and the tank was probably close to full. So can't trust the flow meter. 35 gallons.
And 36 gallons. We just finished our first week of boondocking. Super happy with that. We have these Mopika sensors because we can see we went through a 30-gallon propane tank and half of the next. So with heating, we were getting down to the 40s at night, 50s during the day. But now we know it takes 1.5 tanks, 30-pound tanks. So when we got here Sunday night, we had 100% battery. Each one of these dips is overnight and during the day. We came back up, overnight we dipped back down, came back up. And now it's Saturday morning and we're down to about 54%. So we know that we weren't producing more solar than the power that we were using. So we just got to keep that in mind for future reference.
But we both work 40-hour-a-week jobs, so.
Yeah, so we have to run 2 computers, monitors, and whatever else during
Internet,
the day.
yeah.
Internet, yeah.
Lots of stuff. But it'll recharge today as we're driving because we're not going to be using any.
Yeah.